in the U.S. Ducks blow out of the gate in game one of their postseason. That's next. Sports Center all night.
There's nothing better than a 4 a.m. wake up, a warm cup of coffee, getting all your tackle gear together, making sure your knots are tight, and your drags are set, and everything is just the way it needs to be. You put her out on the boat, and then the sun starts coming up, and then you get the fog, and you see the rays coming through the fog, and you see the fog coming off the water, and not a sound. You could hear a pin drop. Got your trolling motor going just nice and slow, casting around, and then bam! Ay, 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 ay. When they hit that buzzbait on that top water, oy. It's a thing. It is a thing. So I really wasn't into the church thing growing up because it was more of a formality than a choice. You know, come all dressed up and gussied up and kneel and sit and stand and kneel and sit and stand. And because my parents were going, I was going. I have been baptized as an infant. I don't get the whole story about that because you don't know what you believe when you're a baby. About my 6th grade year, my folks got divorced, and I ended up moving down to San Antonio, Texas with my father. And then out of high school, I joined the Navy at 18. I was on many ships, an aircraft carrier, a minesweeper, a guided missile cruiser, a flagship. I was on, I think, 5 or 6 deployments. Looking back, I wish I would have done things a little bit differently. I was just basically focused on having fun. I got stationed in Corpus Christi, Texas, on the minesweeper, the USS Devastator. And my brother, who was also in the Navy, he is a born-again Christian. He never pushed religion on me, but when I asked for it, he was always pretty spot on with how he presented it. I started going to a church. He gave me a couple books to read. Things started to click down there, and for some reason, it didn't stick. After my 5-year tour down there, my last active duty 4 years of service, I was the recruiter in northeastern PA. I live in the middle of nowhere, dirt roads, no cell service. I just lost touch with where I was at as far as my faith is concerned. I lost my cousin Frank to a battle with cancer, and I needed answers. He battled cancer for about a year, and it was a struggle watching him. He was I'm gonna need a minute. It was a year battle, and it was difficult, extremely difficult. I met with a grief counselor, and I don't remember why, but somehow I talked about the church in Corpus Christi, Texas. He said, if you're looking, he said, I recommend LCBC. If you're looking to pick back up and get your answers. I was nervous coming here, very nervous. Just coming in, and of course sitting in the back row. I don't sit in the back row anymore, but it just clicked. Everything about the church felt like home. It felt like the messages were all geared to what I was going through at the time. And it's been life-changing. I still don't understand why Frank had to go through what he went through, but it's not my place to question it. And that's what brought me to LCBC, and that is is what's made me turn my life over to Jesus Christ. I talk to him all the time, like all the time. I don't know how to explain it. It was just, he's with me. I mean, there's no doubt in my mind. Nothing looks the same anymore. Since I turned my life over to Christ, he has just kicked it up to a level that is almost undescribable. Man, those sunrises and those sunsets are a whole different ballgame now. It's just, you see it in a whole different way, or at least I see it in a whole different way. My name is Dennis, and I'm a life changed by Christ.